The Wizard and the Curtain: Why Conspiracies Flourish When Institutions Fail to Earn Trust. 1. The Hook: Pulling Back the Curtain. Every generation gets its own Wizard of Oz moment, that point when the public feels it's seen behind the curtain of power. The metaphor is irresistible, the blustering wizard exposed as a trembling man at the controls. But in our age of distrust, that reveal can cut both ways. For some, uncovering deception is empowerment. For others, it's a leap into paranoia, a world where every institution, court, or corporation is a mask for hidden evil. So what does that actually mean? It means the more opaque power becomes, the more fertile the soil for belief in secret masters, legal fictions, and invisible cabals. Footnote. This section introduces how loss of public trust transforms ordinary bureaucratic systems into perceived conspiracies. 2. The search for hidden order. When people feel powerless, politically, financially, or spiritually, they crave an explanation that restores control. The legal fiction narrative fills that gap. It claims every citizen is secretly a corporate entity, every birth certificate a bond, and every court a stage for enslavement. The details change, but the structure is ancient, a world divided between awake insiders who see the fraud and the asleep masses who obey. This mirrors medieval heresies, 18th century Freemason panics, and Cold War Red Scares. Conspiracy is a comfort, it makes chaos legible. Footnote. This section compares modern sovereign citizen and UCC-based legal mythology to older social movements that used secret order narratives to explain insecurity. 3. The psychology of revelation. The monologue's imagery, masks melting, tentacles flailing, evil exposed, isn't accidental. It's apocalyptic storytelling, built on moral dualism, good versus evil, light versus dark. Psychologists call this cognitive closure, the relief that comes from turning ambiguity into certainty. When complex systems like finance or law feel rigged, evil elites offer a simpler villain. Online, algorithms reward this intensity. Each revelation video must outshock the last. The cycle is emotional, not evidentiary. Footnote. This section explores the psychological appeal of moral absolutism and narrative escalation in digital conspiracy communities. 4. Why it spreads: the feedback loop. Mistrust breeds isolation, isolation drives people toward alternative explanations, and the resulting community validates mistrust. Sociologists call this the hermeneutic circle of suspicion. Add social media, monetized outrage, echo chambers, algorithmic amplification, and you get self-sealing logic. Any debunking becomes proof of suppression. Any contradiction is planted disinformation. The curtain can never really open, because the story needs it closed. Footnote. This section explains how online echo chambers transform skepticism into a self-reinforcing belief system immune to correction. 5. How to fact-check without mocking. Fact-checking succeeds only when it respects the emotional stakes. Instead of "that's false," try "let's check where that claim began." Trace the original legal filing or statute. Examine whether the cited case actually exists in court records. Verify whether the names attached, like UCC-1 declarations, have legal standing beyond YouTube commentary. Institutions must speak plainly, publish readable laws, show audit trails, admit mistakes fast. Transparency is the antidote to myth, but humility is its carrier. Footnote. This section offers practical guidance for verifying extraordinary legal claims and rebuilding institutional credibility. 6. The takeaway: light without heat. The need for meaning is universal. The danger lies not in asking questions, but in settling for comforting fictions. Real light isn't blinding, it clarifies. Governments, courts, and media must earn back trust through consistency, not charisma. Citizens must learn the discipline of evidence, the courage to say, "I don't know, yet." Pulling back the curtain is healthy. But sometimes, behind it, there's not a wizard, just wiring. Footnote. This section concludes that sustainable transparency requires both institutional openness and public critical literacy to replace conspiracy with comprehension.